Today I'm going to be showing you how to convert this to this. This allows you to now use the quick connect on your RV so you can use the onboard tanks. This makes it a lot easier and you don't have to carry around a smaller propane tank just to run your generator, so it makes it a lot more convenient. So stick around for a couple minutes and I'll show you how easy this is.
Now a vise will make this job much easier, so we'll get our propane hose and then we will need some of these adapters. These are going to be 3/8 flare by a 1/4 inch MPT, which I will leave some information down below so you can order them easily. Also some pipe tape, which this is good for natural gas and propane. And we will also need something like this torch, or either a heat gun works well. And then we will check for leaks later, either using this pin or some water that is soapy, that way we can look for any bubbles. Now the first tool you'll need is an 8mm. This is going to allow us to remove this little nut right here, which keeps the regulator from rotating. These are normally not put on too tight and come off relatively easy. So go ahead and loosen this up, remove the bolt, then we will take this whole thing over to the vise. Now the first thing you want to do is rotate your vise so you have this clamp. Hopefully yours has this, or you can use something else, but I find this makes it really easy. So this allows for 4 points of contact, and you want to make sure you don't get that little nipple in the way. But make sure you put this in and align it correctly. That way all 4 of these jaws are pressing equally so we don't damage the regulator. Now don't over tighten this, you're just getting it nice and snug so it holds it in place. We're now going to grab our torch, and we're only going to want to put this on the low setting because we are simply just warming this up to warm up the red Loctite. This is what sometimes can damage the threads, so we also do not want to damage either one of the regulators or the internals by heating this up too much. So I normally only do this for about a minute. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually tighten the regulator just a little bit by about 1/8 of a turn. You're simply just trying to break loose that red Loctite, and then you'll simply rock it back and forth a little bit so it breaks the red Loctite loose, and then we can pop it out of the vise, and hopefully the regulator will just simply spin right off. Now you'll also want to check the threads to make sure there's no damage because this is aluminum and it's soft. We're now going to install the 3/8 flare nut, and we're also going to need this 17mm wrench. We will be using the yellow pipe tape, which I'll leave some information down below. Now when installing this, you'll want to start wrapping it in a clockwise fashion, and you'll want to wrap it 4 times as per the instructions, and then you just simply tear it off. Now you may be wondering why I didn't take out this nipple. Is because what happens is when you do remove it, because that's not a standard nut, it ends up stripping the threads on the way out. So adding just this brass one to the aluminum fitting is much easier, it's safer, and I haven't had any issues with it yet. So this is the way that I think is best, and then all you have to do is tighten this down, and then we can take this outside, but there are a few things that we still need to finish up.
Okay, so now that we've modified this, we will need a propane hose. Now, of course, you want something long enough, at least 12 feet, which I'll leave some information below, but you also want a 5/16 at least, or 3/8 if you want to find something else like that. But you want something that can supply the generator with enough, because the 1/4 inch ones, if you have a bigger generator, may not supply it if you're running other items inside your RV. So 5/16 I think is minimum when it comes to this. Okay, so now we have to hook up our propane hose. And so now we got to connect this, and this is normally going to be a 19mm, so go ahead and screw this on. Tighten this down. Okay, so now go ahead and turn on your propane line, and what we're going to do is check for leaks. Now, even though this is brand new, it doesn't mean it can't be defective from the factory. And notice I have this open, so what we're going to do is check for any leaks right here and also here, because if there's propane coming out of here, that means this is defective. It shouldn't be leaking at all. So this is where you can use some water if you want, and to see if there's any bubbles, because you want to make sure you have soapy water. Or you can use this handy dandy little thing, which if you've seen my videos before, I love this thing. I keep it in my RV all the time because, as you know, RVs have a lot of propane lines in them, or maybe your neighbor might have a leak, and this is a great way to find it. You just simply turn this on, the little meter will start to come up, and then what we're going to do is just do a little sniff test around everything, and then boom. And I just use rechargeable batteries for this. It'll come with batteries, but the rechargeable ones are better. And once this makes a little beep, that means it's ready to go. So we're just going to check right here real quick just to make sure nothing is leaking out, which it would already find something if there was a leak. And so then we come over here and just do a quick check, which, oh, look at that. So I actually loosened this just to kind of show you what this does, but didn't take long. I mean, I literally just cracked this open and now it's snug again, but that should get rid of it. This will go away and reset itself in just a few seconds, as you can see. And then we can then go back down and check one more time, which you can see, because since this is a flare, they do tend to seal themselves pretty easily, even hand tight, but still a good idea to check. I have found a lot of leaks with this in my old RV. Even this one had a problem, so just a nice little tool. Okay, so now get your favorite generator of choice and go ahead and plug it in, because you need to check this while you are at home. You don't want to do this when you're out already at a campsite to see if it works. So make sure you do a test at home, put on some loads, and then see what happens. Now, because this is a pretty long line, there's going to be air in it. So that means you may want to pull start your generator a few times. So put it into the choke position, and then you're going to prime it just to get some of the air out of that line. So we'll just kind of pull this a few times, give it a few tugs. And if it pops off once, that means it's ready to go, but that's probably enough. So we'll go ahead and put this into the run position. Come over here to the start and see if we did enough and see what happens. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now that this is fired up and it's running from the RV, we're going to do a load check just to make sure it runs, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so generator over there. And we'll just come in here real quick, turn on a few lights, and also this AC unit. This is my main AC unit. It's a 15K, and it does have a soft start. And I did hear it kind of pop a little bit, and there she goes. Just a quick check on the air, and yep, cooling down. And second AC unit. Now I'm going to turn it on low fan first, give it a few seconds, then we'll turn it on the low cool, and that should be enough. So there is low cool. Listen for the generator, see when it kicks over, and there it went. Give this a few seconds, I'll jump ahead in the video. Okay, been about 15 seconds, and now this is pumping out cold air. Okay, so that generator is rated for 3600 on propane, and so right now with both ACs running, I'm actually right about 27 to 2800 watts. That's around 76, 77, maybe 78% load, which is actually perfect for this thing, because as I've said before in a lot of other videos, you want to stay at that 80% and under. So it's been about 10 minutes with this thing running off of the onboard tank. So far everything is good. So hopefully this video helped you out. Make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in another video.